N.J.S.A 43-6. Graves Act explained. A single firearm conviction in New Jersey can lock someone behind bars for years before they even become eligible for parole, and that is the Graves Act. Under N.J.S.A 2C 43-6, C. New Jersey's Graves Act imposes mandatory minimum prison sentences for certain firearm offenses, stripping judges of their discretion to impose lighter terms. If you are convicted of unlawful possession of a handgun or use of a firearm during a crime, you face a mandatory parole-ineligibility term of 42 months or 1/2 of the sentence imposed, whichever is greater. The most common offense that triggers the Graves Act is unlawful possession of a handgun under N.J.S.A 2C 39-5, B, which has been a second-degree crime carrying 5 to 10 years in state prison since a 2013 amendment. That means a conviction automatically carries at least 42 months without parole, regardless of whether the handgun was even loaded at the time of arrest. Beyond handgun possession, the Graves Act also covers possession of a firearm for an unlawful purpose, machine guns, assault firearms, and certain robbery, burglary, and aggravated assault charges that involve a firearm. Even certain rifle and shotgun possession offenses under N.J.S.A 2C 39-5, C can trigger the mandatory minimum, including possession without a firearms purchaser identification card. For a first-degree Graves Act offense, the standard sentencing range runs 10 to 20 years, with a mandatory no-parole period of 5 to 10 years, depending on the sentence imposed. Second-degree convictions carry a sentencing range of 5 to 10 years, with a Graves Act mandatory minimum running from 42 months up to 5 years. Without a formal waiver, the judge has absolutely no discretion to impose probation or reduce the mandatory prison term, making these among the most severe sentencing structures in New Jersey criminal law. There is, however, a narrow path to relief under N.J.S.A 2C 43 6.2, known as a Graves Act waiver, which a prosecutor may apply for on behalf of a qualifying defendant. If the waiver is granted, the assignment judge may either place the defendant on probation or reduce the mandatory parole ineligibility term to just 1 year, which is a dramatically different outcome. Factors that can support a waiver include no prior Graves Act conviction, mitigating circumstances such as a lack of violence, lawful purpose, or transportation-related facts, and a showing that the mandatory minimum would not serve the interests of justice. Under State v. Taylor, a prosecutor's denial of a waiver request is reviewable for abuse of discretion, meaning that a refusal is not entirely beyond challenge in court. Attorney Adam, the 1000th. Lustberg has defended clients facing firearm charges in Bergen County and across New Jersey since 2004, handling unlawful possession cases, Graves Act waiver applications, and Fourth Amendment suppression motions. As a lawyer who has worked with clients at every stage of the criminal justice process, Adam, the 1000th. Lustberg understands how critical early intervention is when a Graves Act charge is on the table. The law firm of Lustberg Law Offices, LLC, brings decades of focused criminal defense experience to each case, fighting to protect clients from the most severe consequences these charges can carry. If you or a loved one is facing a Graves Act charge anywhere in New Jersey, contact Lustberg Law Offices, LLC at 201-880-5311, located at 1 University Plaza Drive, #212, Hackensack, New Jersey 07601, to schedule your consultation today.